Hello, it's me, Postal Dude, and I'm gonna be narrating a party of a creepypasta known as Chucky's mom named Asagi's mom. Let's begin.
Remember Shadow Pro, that show on YouTube? What you probably don't know is that the creator of the show, Rebo Shadow Studios, originally planned a 3M version of Shadow Pro called Shadow Pro 3M Edition, to be played at the early hours of the morning, with more adult humor. Because every major channel thought the pilot was too weird and unfitting for television, they refused to air the show, and as a result no one has really heard about it. However, one station in Tokyo even mistakenly played it in the morning, thinking it was a regular Shadow Pro episode. The pilot and only episode of the show that was seen was called Asagi's Mom. The intro played like normal, but at the end when John Wick shoots the gun at the screen, the sound effect is much louder, and the bullet mark simply stays there for about 10 seconds and then the name of the episode appears.
The episode played out like normal, with the crew playing video games in their house. They're all talking about their moms, when Asagi has a flashback. It had Asagi in hospital standing next to her mother in bed, who was dying from an unknown illness. He was singing the Taman in Asagi eyes to Asagi in a very weak voice,
as if she was about to die. But when she sang the second verse the song started playing in reverse. The shot of Asagi appeared in front of a live-action footage of Shadow Rider screaming and ranting about Entei, said to represent death by fans. Asagi turns around and screams, and when she looks back at her mother her face looks like Obora from Taman in Asagi saying "Don't worry Asagi, it's time for me to move on" in Obora's voice. A flurry of random live-action clips were shown, said to represent death, like M10 walking in a house with mansion crudely drawn on the side.
Footage of pedophiles and lolicons being attacked on the street. Other clips and actual footage of an incubus banging someone was shown.
You can hear Asagi screaming the entire time. The shot of Asagi's mom appears again, this time with a orc's mouth crudely pasted onto her face, saying "Don't you remember where it all started?"
The episode then cuts to footage of a Negro's moaning about after 1 minute of his moaning sounds. You hear Asagi's mom say, "Are you a lucky ducky, Asagi?" At this time, you see Asagi come out of a flashback having a seizure.
John Wick, Doomslayer, and the Punisher are worried, and Nick Dolan as an ambulance worker calms Asagi down, saying Asagi, can you hear me?" in a stern voice.
Eventually, after coughing up blood and vomiting, Asagi comes to her senses. We then see a point of view shot of Asagi seeing John Wick, Doomslayer, the Punisher, and Nick Dolan the ambulance worker as having live-action orc mouths on their faces, rolling away.
A photo of someone that looks just like Asagi screaming appears, and the camera zooms into it. After this the stream ended, followed by 15 minutes of static as the station had nothing else to play. Surprisingly, although the episode was watched by many teenagers, only one adult who was watching. Nathan has spoken about it until now. I was unsurprised to find out that teenagers owning illegal guns went a thorough in Japan that year.